Today's question is about paschimottanasana, seated forward fold. Hi, I'm Dr. Melissa West, and welcome to Living Your Yoga. Today's question comes to us from Marcelys from Venezuela, and they want to know about back position in straight-legged forward folds, paschimottanasana. So Marcelys says, "Hi Melissa, it is always a pleasure to write to you because I am sure you take your time to read all the comments that people send you. I always thank you for your work. It is really a blessing. I recently saw your post about neck positions in camel posture. That was really helpful, so I'll actually link to that in the show notes, so in case any of the rest of you are interested in that. Once I saw the video, it occurred to me to ask you a question that comes to me every time that I am doing seated forward fold posture with the legs together. How should my spine be? That makes me nervous when I'm doing the pose. I constantly check my back to notice if it's straight. Thank you so much, Marcelys from Venezuela." So this is a really good question, and seated forward folds can be really challenging. I know they're still my most challenging postures. And I recently did a blog post on seated forward folds because a lot of the same advice will apply here. I'm going to link to it in the show notes for people that are interested. So in order to free up your spine, two things are going to help a lot. One is to elevate your pelvis, so to sit up on a folded blanket or a meditation cushion. And the other is to bend your knees. So the most important thing is to keep the natural curves of your spine. So your spine, it actually curves in your lumbar spine slightly, and it curves out slightly in your thoracic spine, and then your neck curves in a little bit. So you want to keep all those natural curves of the spine. What tends to happen in seated forward folds is that people really round their spine in an effort to come forward. So you don't want to do that. So when we say keep your back straight, you're actually, you can never really straighten your spine because your spine has natural curves in it. So you want to try not to over-exaggerate the curve of your thoracic spine, your upper back, so that you go into kyphosis. Let's just take a look at this. Also, the other thing that people do is really jet their neck out, so that in an effort to kind of come into the forward fold a little bit more. So it's important to engage Jalandhara Bandha too, so a little chin lock to keep that natural curve of your cervical spine as well. So let's take a look at this with the modifications. So coming up onto the cushion so that it's easier to roll your pelvis over your leg bones. And also using a prop like a bolster to bend your knees. So draw the flesh out of the way a little bit so that your pelvis can roll over your leg bones more easily. And then you can see you can fold forward, keeping the natural curve of your spine. Helps to draw up through your pelvic floor, draw your navel back to your spine, keeping your chin tucked, just your ears back over your shoulders. And then you can see you can come forward a lot more easily. Then once you're forward, it's okay to curve your spine as long as it's staying long like it does in child's pose. So as long as it's draping, you can let your spine drop forward. But so sometimes it helps to show what not to do. So what sometimes happens, if we take away all these props, in an effort to come forward, the chin jets out and the spine really curves forward. So can you see the difference? Okay, good. I'm saying you can see the difference. When you do have your legs bent, there you get the roll of the pelvis forward, then the spine stays really long. And then it's a long spine all the way forward. So I hope that helps to see it that way. Use props. It really helps to use props. This one's maybe a little big. I know Dusky Leaf is going to be sending me a new bolster that's a little bit smaller, probably in a couple of days. It might even already be on its way. You could just use a rolled blanket as well. That would work well. Pardon? Or a pillow. Yeah, a couple of pillows. I really do like just rolling a blanket to see, just to fill that space there. See how there's a little space? That would work well as well. But the props work really well here. And use them, because then it creates ease. You want ease and steadiness in your posture. So that's the most important thing. So let me know what's worked for you in seated forward folds. Leave your comments below. Thank you.
Melissa would love to hear your questions and thoughts. Please leave your comments below the video. Thank you for your reviews on iTunes and YouTube. Your reviews help us to share yoga and a yoga lifestyle with others around the world. If you have a question for Melissa, you can leave a voice message at melissawest.com, and Melissa may answer it in an upcoming blog.